Hello, and welcome to Locutors of Trek, Supplemental, the podcast where we talk about the people, places, and things of Star Trek. So, grab yourself a snail juice or an Andorian ale, and join us far beyond the stars. Locutors of Trek.
Program initiated. Enter when ready.
Well, hi there. It's Dave here.
And I'm Davin.
We are Locutors of Trek.
And Plain Simple Tailors. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube. We have our on-screen segments.
Oh, we love the tubes.
We love the tubes. You can catch us on Twitch as well. You can even reach out and talk to us at locutorsoftrek@gmail.com.
We're loquacious.
We are. Tonight, we talk faces.
Oh, yes. Many faces. In fact, the many faces of, I think, what Trek's maybe most multifarious actor, if not one of the most multifarious actors.
He's not the most. That would be Vaughn Armstrong.
Oh, right. Right. Fair enough.
But he didn't have as many significant roles. I mean,
that's true.
Other than Admiral Forrest.
That is a great role, though. But yeah, one of the actors who's played the most and some of the most significant roles, as you say.
Oh, definitely.
The beloved Jeffrey Combs.
Born in Oxnard, California.
Indeed. Jeffrey Allen Combs, born in Oxnard, California in 1954. He's known all over TV and film. He's often a character actor. He's been Herbert West Reanimator. He's actually played Lovecraft himself at various points. He's been all over the place and tends to play, as we find, often eccentric or psychotic characters. He's a great villain. He's a wonderful character actor.
But any character, just insanely diverse range.
Yeah.
He
can play a variety of moods. That's exactly right. A real man of a thousand faces that way. Mm-hmm. He learned some of his craft at Santa Maria's Pacific Conservatory of the Performing Arts, also in the Professional Actors Training Program at the University of Washington. So a lot of West Coast learning there. And then moved down through playhouses and things on the West Coast and found his way to Los Angeles. And his first role, it turns out, was Honky Tonk Freeway in 1981, where he plays an unnamed drive-in teller. It was all uphill from there.
Let's call him Jeffrey.
Yeah, within a few years, he was landing TV roles, and then we soon got to meet him in 1994, I think, or 1994, 95, in the third season of Deep Space Nine.
He saves this episode because the A-plot, probably my least favorite in all of Deep Space Nine.
Not particularly memorable.
Meridian, the one where Jadzia is afraid to climb a couple feet up a tree, and other terribly romantic moments. not the best A-plot. And it's like, I'm going to go on a quick tangent about Meridian for a second. To me, it's the threshold of Deep Space Nine. Because as you know, Threshold starts off with, I think, a great premise, the certain desire to get to Warp 10. Mm-hmm. And then, goes off the rails and turns into salamanders. And,
Yes.
But this one is sort of like that because I like the initial premise where there's this planet that just, due to something to do with their own sun, slips out of phase and they become pure consciousness for 60 years. And then they come back and everything's exactly how they left it. That could be a very interesting episode. And then they just kind of did a terribly forced romance plot with it instead. Mm-hmm. But in the B plot of that episode, we do have Tyrion, or I'm not sure how you pronounce it exactly. And he's had an encounter with Kira at the bar one night, and he enjoyed his conversation with her. He thought they had a great talk. Now she comes to say that he was doing all the talking.
He develops a certain kind of fixation with her, really.
He does. And, you may say an unhealthy one.
Yeah, and when Quark dissuades him about trying anything like that, lest he become hideously injured.
So pick anybody else but Kira.
Yeah, just don't go there, buddy.
She might even hurt me for you talking to me about this right now.
Yeah, he's happy to settle on a holo program.
Yeah.
Which, of course, leads to one of the most searingly weird images in all of Deep Space Nine, which is Quark's head on an entirely unfamiliar body for his head.
Oh yeah, that's
You can't unsee it.
No, you just gave me a very sharp image of it, and
it's true. Not the last time they gender swapped Quark, though.
No, it's definitely not his body in this one.
Yeah, it's true. It's just definitely not his body. Yeah.
But he's just like, I'll make you any program you want, any holiday program you want. If it doesn't exist, it'll be expensive, but I'll make it for you. He's like, I want Kira. He's like, Kira? What do you want with Kira? No, wait, I don't want to know.
Right? It's just sordid. The whole thing.
Funny. His plan, like to get Kira into the holodeck so he can scan her image, making her the 1 millionth customer. And she just hates everything to do with Quark. She's like, I don't want to be your 1 millionth customer. Make him your 1 millionth customer. He's like, that would be dishonest, Major. Gives him the free holodeck, and she gives it away to someone whose birthday it is, some ensign. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, Tehran, it's an interesting way to introduce Jeffrey Combs to the DS9.
Yeah, but his the quality of his voice in that episode is lovely. The sort of like very light but menacing voice that Tehran has. Because he doesn't do a lot of sort of display of anything particularly intimidating, but he is for sure an absolutely menacing character, particularly in his interactions with Quark.
Well, he just threatened to ruin Quark.
Yeah.
He is, in a sense, stalking Kira.
Oh, he's a thoroughly nasty guy.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Tehran?
Oh, I love the face makeup.
It's
a great piece of visual effect. Yeah.
And he did get out of the episode without being severely hurt by Kira, which is pretty good.
That's true. That's true. Pride stoved right in there, but
has some survival instincts.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So I guess next up would be
Brunt, FCA.
Liquidator Brunt.
CA.
Oh man. I think the sequences involving Quark's closet are some of my favorite in Deep Space Nine. They're like absolutely like a real beautiful send up of like a 1960s sitcom, right? Like Bewitched or something where he's just like appearing in the closet. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I think that is in his first appearances. His first appearance is when he's come to inform Quark that Moogie is making profit.
I thought he had tried to take him out once before that.
Oh, did he with the Nagus?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you might
something
be right
like
about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
but, their interactions almost
Quark was named Nagus for like
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then he comes back about Moogie to get sort of revenge.
Yeah, it makes a memorable appearance saving Moogie later.
True.
Yeah, in the magnificent Ferengi.
Well, that's a classic.
The horrible use they make of that poor corpse. Anyway,
he basically does end up with sort of an obsession to destroy Quark.
Yeah. It is a nice nod to Herbert West Reanimator, though.
Who?
That they drive. I forget the Vorta's name. They have the dead Vorta and they like remote control drive.
Oh, Kevon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevon. That's right. Yeah, that is funny not to Reanimator, actually. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that till just now.
No.
Yeah.
He should have been all over that.
Why do you need an eliminator?
No. But it's funny the scene of him on Ferenginar at Moogie's house too. When he walks in, and is like, "Remember, my house is my house, and ours as are its contents." And then Moogie's like, "Get out of my house. Maybe you should just leave." And Brunt's just like stunned, and he's just like looking around at like Rom and Quark. He's like, "What's happening here? Is that female speaking to me?"
Yeah, he's a very traditional Ferengi. That's a
traditional guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got his heart in the homeland, or home in the heartland. Who knows?
Brunt.
Yeah.
And then there's of course the Magnificent Ferengi. Yeah, and then there's the one where he shows up just to help Quark fight against his striking workers, really, because
Oh yeah, that's right.
so
Yeah, that's a
sometimes they're
great
on the same
appearance.
side,
When Prophet is on the line.
or Ferengi Law.
Sure.
And
Sure.
in his role as Liquidator. But he's just such a great character, Brunt.
Oh yeah.
I love every scene he's in.
Oh, and he's a really delicious sort of antagonist in that he really is a rules monger. But he's able to recognize sort of when he's beaten at his own game and back off. Like he's a really interesting character that can make repeat appearances, and they really make the most of him, I think.
And possibly the most overt of all these characters in what he's trying to accomplish and stuff. He's just like, I'm here to ruin you, Quark. Oh, and of course, maybe the best episode with Brunt might be Body Parts, where he sets the whole thing up for, so Quark has to kill himself to get the vacuum desiccated Quark.
That's
because
right.
He sold it all to Brunt. That was
that
was him at his most maniacal.
Yeah.
First, make Quark think he's gonna die, which is already, messing with his mind.
Yeah, pretty awful.
But then
make a killing off him. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Make him witness his death via Garrick in the holodeck like 100 times.
Oh yes! Oh, what a great sequence! Falling into his dinner plate, all sorts of stuff. Oh man.
What was wrong with poison again? The problem with poison is it doesn't work. If I know the food has poison in it, I won't eat it. So couldn't you just put it in there and not tell him? I don't know. I didn't get that. I just don't think he wanted to be poisoned.
I don't think by that point Quark's not particularly thinking clearly. I don't think.
But one of the Magnificent Ferengi, so a great hero of the Empire.
Well, next up is
Huayun 4, I guess.
Yeah, I think Huayun 4 is the first one we see, isn't he?
It's the one with the Jem'Hadar who have gone rogue.
Right.
And they have to work together, the Federation and the Jem'Hadar. It's pretty good. I like that episode. But he dies in that episode, so Huayun 4 only lasts for one episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, they have a great deal of fun killing Huayun.
Well, they didn't plan on bringing him back. He was just supposed to be another one-off character like Tehran.
Right.
But so he did such a good job. I feel like that's what happened with Tehran. They're like, "Dang, that was pretty good. We need to find another guy." Then you have Brunt, and then it's like, we can't bring Brunt in every week. What about another character for Jeffrey? It's
like, let's put him in the Dominion now. This will work.
Yeah. And we'll make him a clone.
Is a fabulous character. Because we have the people's satisfaction. I think maybe his funniest death may be at Damar's hands. That's just a great moment. You just see the satisfaction on Damar's face.
Damar's killed 2 Wayuns, we think, because he's also the one in the shuttle accident.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. He's at least arranged his death. That's for sure. I can only imagine how much that would please Damar.
Damar probably hates Wayun more than any other character.
Yeah, I think so.
Not like Wayuns, and he was forced to deal with him every day.
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite Wayun?
Oh,
4, 5,
Wayun.
6,
No, I think Wayun
7?
6. Wayun 6 is the Wayun who does an enormous amount of interactions with the Breen, isn't he? Or is that Wayun 7?
I believe that's 7 because I believe Wayun 6.
Oh, he ends up in a shuttlecraft with Odo.
Yes.
Right. So I think. Well, he's a great.
Wayun 5 7, is the one who dies in the shuttle accident.
That's
from
right.
Damar.
Yeah,
I think Wayun 5 was a great man. Wayun 7 yells. Unlike you, defective. It's like, I'm not defective. Odo doesn't think I'm defective. Do you, Odo?
I'm just like, I don't understand this at all.
That's a great episode.
What a great character.
He asks for Odo's blessing as he's dying.
Yeah.
That's a touching. That's Faith, Treachery, in the Great River, I believe.
What a great episode.
That's a fully loaded episode of awesome.
Yeah, the sort of what is the feeling when you find yourself in the position of being someone's god, right?
Yeah.
And, it's not really something you'd ever thought of as a career option before.
Is Is it the first time we see Wei-Yun, or is it maybe the first time we see the next Wei-Yun where he's just like eating and he's just staring at the crew that are eating because Odo's there. He's actually just staring at Odo. And Odo's just like, why does he keep staring at us? They're like, he's staring at you. He's like, well, why is he doing that? He's like, well, why don't you go ask him or whatever? And he walks over there and he's just like, how can I serve you, Odo? You mean if I ask you to go away, you will? He's like, yes, but first, hear me out.
Oh, that's right.
Some good Wei-Yuns. Great character.
Oh, brilliant, tactical, evil in his own way, but also capable of surprising mercy at times, But everything was always directed toward the will
or maybe
of the founders,
not
whatever it was.
Extra cruelty. I don't know about mercy. He's not like one of these characters that just wants to be extra cruel because he gets it.
Yeah. If he doesn't see a need in hurting you, he's not going to do it.
No.
But if he does, he'll just break you to smithereens if he has to.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just like the founders.
Yeah, precisely.
Destroy every Cardassian. They're like, which ones? She's like, all of them.
Just all of them. Oh,
Yeah.
what a monster.
She was a monster.
Yeah, man.
What a crazy ending that one. Oh no, they take her in. She pays for her crimes.
She goes to a Federation jail, I think.
Interesting. There's a story to pick up.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be a great comic series.
They're eternal as far as we know, right? Or at least super, super long lived.
Yeah, I don't know
just
how
gonna
long.
Keep her in this jail cell for
what
10,000 years.
What is the jail term for like attempted genocide of a quadrant?
Yeah.
That's how do you constrain that within a theory of law that would even be adequate to it?
Maybe the length of an eternal life is a good start.
Yeah, maybe so, eh?
I don't know.
Cripes.
I love the scene too with Wei-Yun where he's just like laughing at Cisco and Ducat bickering, and then someone drops poison to kill Ducat or whatever, and Wei-Yun just drinks it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh my, that's quite toxic.
When he's sampling every food from the dispenser.
Oh yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
And because he likes the different textures, because he can't really taste them.
Yeah.
I like the one too. I think it's Wei-Yun 7 too, like one of the more evil ones. But it's where he's talking to Cisco and he's just talking about how something like that, how one of their deficiencies. It was the eyesight maybe, or the
right,
something like that. And Cisco's just like, well, maybe did you think that maybe they were wrong for not giving you that, or taste buds or whatever it was? Nope. Gods don't make mistakes. And then he just sort of trails off. He's just like, though I do think it would be nice to be able to carry a tune. Like he says like a genuine thing like that every now and then.
He's not afraid of honesty in that sense, right?
No.
It's just not the only thing he'll do. He can be
as long as it's not something you could use against him.
Yeah, precisely, right? If he can use it to build a bond or a bridge with you, sure, he'll share that way. Absolutely.
But yeah, Wei-Yun. Any other great Wei-Yun moments or things you'd like to say about Wei-Yun? It
always did make me wonder what the limit of a clone series was with the series, because there seemed to be some implied limit that the last Wei-Yun had actually died.
Yeah, because they destroyed all their cloning facilities
in this quadrant.
And that was
Oh, so one assumes there's more Wei-Yuns over in the Gamma Quadrant or Delta. Yeah.
So she does say it's her last Wei-Yun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they only seem to make one at a time. I guess maybe the only samples of his DNA.
Yeah, maybe the only stock to make him from was in there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that in that sense, it's not an unreasonable thing. I mean, the Heineken company does the same thing with its yeast, right? They have the stock in Amsterdam and then, or wherever it goes, and then it goes out to the other places in the world. They make it from there. But they control strictly the production of the yeast itself, right? Which would make sense in terms of an imperial control strategy to control the seed stock or whatever the genetic stock wasn't only put out a certain number of samples at one time to trusted founders who are taking them somewhere to set up and make your people. But that would mean there's got to be a catalog somewhere in the Great Link. They've got to have some sort of catalog or index you can flip through of what sort of clones you need.
Yeah, they don't have it sitting in a database or a piece of paper somewhere.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in the Great Link.
Yeah. I wonder if they have a very photographic memory that Odo never really talked about.
I would wonder. He would certainly use that as an advantage, I'm sure.
It's the subtle differences in these characters too, because Tehran and Wei-Yun and a couple of the other ones we're going to talk about later, or maybe just Pank, who we'll get to here in a minute, could have come off far more similar, coming from the same actor with the same voice and all that sort of thing, because they do have similar voices.
And he's got a very distinctive voice.
But they're very different, the way he delivers these characters that are all characters who are just trying to be sort of subtly evil, so they're all sort of the same sort of character. He does it.
No, you're right.
He does it well.
He's very good at bringing a sort of different life to each of these characters. And you'd think with a voice as distinctive as his, that he would sort of give the game away every time, but he's able to bring out different qualities even in that, I find, from character to character.
And he can.
It's got to help to have Ferengi teeth in your face, though, too.
It must.
You know, it's got to change the way you shape all your words. Time. Oh yeah, I mean, like it's a creative blockage. I'd hope.
I remember hearing in something Armin Shimmerman saying that, because he did those meetups on the weekend or whatever, where all the Ferengi would practice their lines together and stuff.
Oh yeah,
which I think they mentioned in the great documentary, What We Left Behind.
Right.
And he said they had to do that because once you get the teeth in and the makeup and everything, it's just all too distracting. And if you don't over practice, then you can't really deliver on the level that they always did on Deep Space Nine somehow.
Right.
Well, the next character, I suppose, that we see him play, Officer Kevin Mulcahy.
Oh yeah, a memorable jerk.
Maybe not the most evil of all these characters, but maybe the least nice. He's not a nice man.
No, he has few redeeming features as we see him in the episode.
I guess he's Chief Kevin Mulcahy. I think he calls him Chief, Ducat's character.
Responsible for beatings and threatenings and hasslings and stomping on pictures and
killing
all sorts of
Jimmy the Thief.
That's right. The beating death of Jimmy the Thief, wasn't it? Or shooting death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And nearly of Benny Russell.
That's right.
But just the way they hassle him too is just so mean. When they're just stepping all over his picture for no reason and just where'd you get that suit? Very real.
It highlights really brilliantly the sorts of systemic aggression that could go from that very overt scale down to very subliminal scales of just ease of access and can you get insurance? Can you get a bank loan? Can, small business loans, anything like that? Can you get looked at the same way by an employer? All sorts of things, right? And this is the kind of grit that episode brings in really beautifully. He's a very big piece of grit.
Yeah.
That's for sure. What a nasty character.
Which
again, brilliantly played though, and doesn't really resemble anybody else that he plays, I don't think, in Star Trek.
No.
He really stands out as just a very almost archetypically nasty authority figure.
Yeah, or even in movies and stuff that I've seen him in, he doesn't play a character like this that I've seen. The Reanimator, Herbert West is more like Tehran or Wei-Yun or Pank or one of these guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's funny, they give him the Irish name for the paddy wagon, Kevin Mulcahy. Paddy.
That's right. They're very much highlighting even with that.
Yeah.
The racialized character of the whole context. Yeah.
And I suppose the next time we see the great Jeffrey Combs is in Star Trek Voyager.
Right.
As Pank.
What a guy.
This one I'm probably going to be the most negative about.
I love so is Dwayne Johnson.
Does he not love this either?
He's famously positive about a lot of things. Yeah, he was like, this almost made me consider quit acting.
It's his first role. Acting.
Yeah, he was like, he found it apparently very difficult.
It was a bad episode. It's maybe the worst of Voyager. Definitely one of them.
And Pank, as I recall, is the manager of the Tsunkatse, isn't it?
Tsunkatse, yeah. He's the warden, kind of the...
Yeah.
But also
sort of
promoter.
Fighters.
He's the Vince McMahon, the Dana White, and the...
That's right.
Them all rolled into one. And some warden. And slaver.
Thoroughly nasty character again.
But they don't give him a lot, and it's kind of a cliche-ish most cliche character of all the Jeffrey Combs characters. See, I'm not a fan. I think this episode, not only is it bad, but is a waste of Jeffrey Combs. Like, if you're only going to bring Jeffrey Combs onto Voyager once, what a waste. Now, my theory behind that is that they knew this was bad. For some reason, this script got greenlit. They knew it was bad, or once it started being filmed, well, no, it would have to have been before. Yeah, they knew it was bad, or somebody did. So they're like, we have to throw everything at the wall. We have to bring in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We have to get Jeffrey Combs to play this meaningless character.
I see. We need to just like load this with ringers to try and pull it through.
Yeah, in which he does, of course. He delivers his lines and makes that character as real as you can. But
sure, there's just not a lot of meat to work with there.
And the other saving grace of that episode is they also bring in J.G. Hertzler to play the Hirogen that trains 7 of 9, and he's really good. So he's the highlight of the episode, really.
Again, another actor we could do this with too.
Oh, we'll get to J.G.
We'll have to
get a supplemental. If you want to hear more about Kevin Mulcahy, we might touch on it more in our first supplemental. Far Beyond the Kaleidoscope.
Oh, that's right.
We discussed that episode at length.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot more to say about Sunkatsi or Pank.
No, let's move along home from there.
I don't know what their point was with that whole episode.
We have to fill 26 episodes in this season. Go back to the episode idea I had, guys. Now, I think the next time we see him is in a whole different series, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah. One of my no, this is a series 1 episode we first see him is. Do we first see him in Pajem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not the Shadows of Pajem, because that's the second Pajem episode. Whatever the episode's called where they first discover that underground Vulcan listening.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not Shadows of Pajem. That's
no, that's I forget the name of the episode. Just a second. The Andorian Incident.
Yeah, the Andorian Incident. Great episode. Every Shran episode is good. I just rewatched them all in preparation for this, and I enjoyed them all immensely.
Oh, he goes from brilliantly hard villain to an equally fierce ally over the course of that series. It's great.
Yeah, and I wouldn't go so far myself as to say hard villain. The thing I like about Shran upon this rewatch is he's just really complex, but never comes off to me as a villain. He
in terms of the first episode where he arrives, he's
sure, they're just like shooting at them and whatever, and like
and he's like beating people up. And,
fair. I see what
he's definitely like coming in as a big tough guy mode. In the Andorian Incident. But he doesn't. That's not the only note they ever play with him. You're absolutely right. They come at him in a lot of different angles.
To me, he's the most crucial character in that show as far as the initial forming of the Federation goes. Like the show and the time travel stuff with Daniels and stuff all wants you to believe that that's Archer. If you remove him from that timeline or that process, it all falls apart. But Shran, what really kicks off the Federation is when Shran asks Archer to be that mediator between he and the Vulcans.
Yes,
because they have Vulcan hostages. They've taken. This is Shadows of Pajem, where they take the Vulcan hostages.
Yeah.
And they need to negotiate.
On that initial triad of Andorian, Vulcan, and human comes together there in that sense. I see what you mean.
But what they're fighting over in this episode with the mediation is there's just that planet, like on the outskirts of both their territories. The Andorians did settle it briefly and then got.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They've just landed troops there a number of times.
Ejected by the Vulcans. Like I think Shran says his older brother fought in that campaign where they went to go try to fend off the Vulcans. But that's the initial step. It's just like wanting that mediation. And like he's the only one cooperating, or at least cooperating the most with Archer. The Vulcans are being very adversarial. Saval. And eventually Saval goes down and they try to do a whole thing, and Shran tortures Saval, I think, at one point. But so I see what you mean. Yeah. He gets hard. They definitely can show him as a hardliner.
They definitely show him as a battle-hardened, like special forces kind of military guy who ends up in larger commands. You know, he's commanding a strike force. He's commanding ships. He's eventually commanding groups of ships, I think.
Kumari, I believe his ship's called.
I think so, yeah. So
Most
I mean,
it's class.
he's definitely sort of their Captain Archer that way in terms of a figure who's implicit in the beginning of the Federation. But yeah, if he hadn't been willing to play ball, the Federation would have remained the Vulcans and the humans sort of puttering around through parts of the cosmos, you know? It would have been a very different reality.
He has a soft spot for Archer, obviously. But I love the flip-flopping between their thing. Like, first he does Archer a favor. Or no, Archer does him a favor by discovering the listening post.
Yes.
And then he does Archer a favor by saving him. He breaks him, like, out of a prison. Or he was being held captive. And he rescues him. And, you know, he's just like, we're even. And then he shows up to help him in another instance with the Zindi, I believe.
Yep.
Or maybe it's before that. I'm forgetting an episode, I think, because he's just like, you tell Archer he owes me now. Maybe it is in the Zindi one. Because, they follow them into the expanse. And but it's, again, a bit of treachery because they just want to steal the weapon. And at one point they do. And then,
Archer it's interesting, right? Because
in
a certain way, Shran is... I hadn't really thought about this before, but he has a niche in that program similar to Dukat on Deep Space Nine, but he doesn't come with the same baggage as Dukat does, right? He's not a sort of he's not a sort of megalomaniacal, vicarious trauma weirdo who has this paternalistic relationship. He's going to do all this crazy stuff and then go mad at Benjamin Sisko and just go nuts. But he has that on-again, off-again friend-enemy relationship with the principal character in the program that sort of slots him in there, but in a really different way, right?
Yeah, they're trying to be friends. They're trying to be
where one is the sort of cosmic struggle of good and evil. This is actually...
the difficulties of that. I love that theme of Enterprise. They didn't do enough of it, I felt like. But
the possibilities that are there, what can grow out of conflict, you know?
Yeah, and just those initial interactions between the Andorians and the Tellarites and all these the Corridans and that type of thing, and the difficulties in bringing them together initially and stuff. I mean, they do that plot in the end of by the end of the show, but I feel like they could have committed more time to that, like the smaller moments of that. Because some of the best moments are when they're just trying to be political with the Tellarites, or even with the Andorians. Like when he has
your ship is small and unimpressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty
great. Man,
I like when Hoshi's briefing him on it too. It's like, look, Tellarites will complain about everything. It's their way of starting a confrontation with you. So they'll just complain about things, like it'll be too cold, too small, all that kind of stuff. And he's like, well, what if they don't have anything to complain about? She's like, oh, well, then they'll just insult you. But at least they try the polite way first.
Confrontation.
Yeah,
they're not going to be satisfied without that. That's awesome.
I just love when he tells both Shran and I forget the Tellarite ambassador's name, but he tells them both they need to start acting like humans for a change.
Oh yeah.
And like the Tellarite, like he's like, you have to stop being argumentative, and Shran, you have to stop being so proud or whatever. And the Tellarite can't help himself. He's just like, well, I guess we've fallen quite far then, haven't we? Like, is that not what I just told you not to do? Can you just like stop? Just stop for 1 second. He's like, I know, my butt big and my nose is stupid. I don't know. I know. He's like, I know. He's like, I don't got time.
Take about 20% off the top there, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, just a great character, and Archer has to cut off his antenna, and that kind of ends their beef, their whole back and forth beef.
Oh yeah, that's a great episode. I love the
great episode because Talos dies, his love interest in that, and she was awesome. I liked Talos.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So I love the Andorians.
They're a species that every appearance is great.
Yeah, I'm glad Enterprise gave us a lot more of them. Really, we need a series that gives us a lot of the Bolians. I want to learn more about the Bolians.
Star Trek, Rix.
Is he dead? He didn't die in that, did he? Oh, I think he did. Didn't he?
Yeah, Captain Rix.
That's not going to
happen. It would all be classic old first season TNG uniforms the whole time. The actors would not work for more than one episode before quitting.
The TNG prequel, Captain Rix.
That's right. We'll just end
You-
with
you
them.
get-
We're just
get-
getting the signal to go to that planet.
Have Walker Keel in there.
Oh man, Walker Keel.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Walker Keel. Now, the next time we see Jeffrey Combs is still in Enterprise, and this is a character I love. One of I think the most of all these characters, the most underrated for sure, and that's Krem. Now, Krem is the Ferengi in the Enterprise episode where there's 4 Ferengi, and they're never named. So then in TNG, when they're like, we're going to go meet the Ferengi for the first time, it's because they didn't know who they were. Archer didn't know who they were.
Right.
But
that's fun.
But he ends up sharing all of his scenes pretty much with Krem. Archer does, and he's kind of like a Rom kind of character. Like he's the complete opposite of a Brunt. So he's playing a Ferengi again, and you know they have Ethan Phillips playing one and Clint Howard. It's quite the ensemble.
Yeah.
And I think
Clint Howard's Ferengi is wonderful.
He's pretty funny too. He just keeps jabbing Archer in the ribs with his butt of his gun. It's like whenever Archer just relaxes for a second, he's just like. And he's the traitorous one. Like him and Phillips is Ferengi don't really get along and kind of squabble. And Krem is Ethan Phillips's Ferengi, who I can't remember his name, his cousin. And he handles all his business affairs. And they make him do all the manual labor. And he's just funny. Him and Archer trying to figure out how their whole thing works, and then he starts playing Krem against the rest of them. Just by being nicer to him, he's just and telling him that he can take over. Like, he's like, I'll help you. We'll get rid of those 3, throw them in the brig. You can have the ship, and I'll take these guys to jail or whatever. It's funny. Like Archer makes him go get him and water into sandwich at some point. So how do you like working for your cousin? She's like, oh, my cousin's a skillful merchant. I'm learning a lot from him. He's kind of this nice guy, even though he's like not getting a proper share and doing all the
Here I am casually stealing a starship.
No, I like Krem a lot. Everyone should go watch that episode. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's the Ferengi episode of Enterprise. You can find it.
Yeah. I like their costumes as well, because they're clearly like they're not an organized Ferengi vessel. They're just like out there in their ship trying to make their way in the world today,
And the second time Ethan Phillips plays a Ferengi, if you count when he's Neelix acting as the Grand Proxy.
Oh, that's
when they have to go get those 2 Ferengi off the planet from the Barjan wormhole.
That's right. That was one of the Voyager's great pickups, honestly. The one thing they really could.
I like that.
One of the ones they could pick up from TNG,
Because they do mention in TNG that it does go to the Delta Quadrant.
Like they're stuck in the Delta Quadrant
which is one of the few mentions the Delta Quadrant really gets ever.
Oh, prior to Voyager. Yeah, exactly.
They probably picked up every thread they could, as far as that was kind of.
Well, yeah, I mean, all 3 of them.
All 3. What are the other 2? Forget about it. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But I think the next time we see Jeffrey Combs is actually in a video game, which I haven't played, Star Trek Elite Force 2, where he plays a position you enjoy. A Romulan
commander.
He plays Romulan Commander Suldok.
Doesn't he? Yeah, there's a lot of intrigue in that game, as I recall.
I got to go back and play some of these old Star Trek games.
They're probably great stories.
I'll start with the Super Nintendo Deep Space.
As far as I know, I think that one actually, if I recall, doesn't that one actually have... That may sport somebody else coming back and voicing that character as well.
Elite Force 2? Oh, yeah, I believe Leonard Nimoy might be in that one.
Oh, right on.
I think was what I read. You're right. There are a couple other. Oh, no, you know who is in that one? Tuvok is in that one.
Right on. Tim Russ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Legend.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? We skipped a character. In fact, there was, in fact, one character between Officer Kevin Mulcahy and Penk in the very last episode of Deep Space Nine.
Really?
In the scene in Vix, the big ending scene in Vix. He's a patron.
Really?
He's in the background. You can see him.
Oh, right on.
He's walking around.
I'm assuming he doesn't get any dialogue, but...
No, he's just a guy. He's just like a random hologram.
He's Officer Kevin Mulcahy. He's come in for the night.
Being nice.
Exactly. He's just having a nice time over there, not being horrible.
He can't take his eye off of Cisco. I don't know why. Is that guy looking at me? That's
That's
just Kevin.
precisely
Don't mind
not
him.
Kevin Mulcahy.
It's just Kev. But of course, the next true appearance we see is Agamus the Evil Computer.
Oh, right.
In Lower Decks. And it's a fantastic appearance. I love Agamus. Nobody plays an evil computer like Jeffrey Combs. He just tries to be your friend. Just like, all right, do what I say, and I'll give you candy. Like he'll just like try anything. Like he'll if his one scam doesn't work, he'll just say something else to you to try to get him to like, because he just wants to be tapped into the systems of the ship so he can control it. Like, well, if you tap me into the systems, I can do that work you're doing at 5 times the speed you're doing it right now, and think of all the things you can do with that time. And like he'll try like little ways like that. Agamus is fantastic. I hope we see him again in Lower Decks.
Oh,
possibly one of my favorite. Definitely one of them. Maybe my favorite villain character in Lower Decks.
Wait till he and Badgie meet up.
I like him way better than Badgie. I guess that brings us to the end of all these characters.
I think so.
The many faces of Jeffrey Combs. Your thoughts as we can summarize all of these characters now that we've uncovered them all and briefly touched on their stories.
I was trying to think what's my favorite Jeffrey Combs moment.
Ooh, that is a good way to end. Well, it's obviously got to be the guy walking around the Vicks.
That's pretty great. I only just learned about it, so I probably had a different one in my mind.
Okay, go back and watch it. You're gonna.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Gonna be on the edge of your seat.
I think my favorite Coombs appearance has still got to be that second episode with Shran, where he starts to realize what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like when their relationship actually really begins to turn. I think that may be my favorite Combs moment.
The one
and he has to just redefine the situation so quickly, right? It's great.
Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite Combs character?
Cripes. Wow.
Well, I'll let you think about that while I say my.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I don't like about Shran is they overuse the pink skin thing too much. Like he says it constantly. It's kind of obvious. Like I don't know, they because he has blue skin, call people pink skin. It's just a bit too obvious for me. It wasn't clever writing. I didn't find it. And they use it a lot, and it's not even accurate to describe humans. Just because Scott Bakula has a pinkish hue, like it doesn't make sense.
He's ruddy cheeked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he's just a rosy cheeked fella for sure.
Cherubic.
I think my favorite Shran moment, though, I think it is going to be a Shran moment. And that's the whole thing about the Andorian Mining Consortium, where he says they're looking for Archerite in the Expanse. Because they're stuck up on Dagra and them. And Dagra's like, get out of here now. This is a test site and all this stuff. He's just like, we're looking for Archerite. And if you got any, it's worth a pretty good price.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then it's like, get out of here now, we'll destroy your ship. And he's just like, well, that's not very accommodating. It's like, you've just lost yourself out on a tidy profit. Yeah, I love that one.
Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. That is a great moment.
The moment is also pretty good where he's telling Archer about how Talos attacked him because the female Andorians' romantic overtures are a bit more aggressive than humans. He's like, so I was left with the decision. I had to charge her with assaulting a superior officer or mate with her. And I always got Archer's line wrong. I always thought he said you made the right decision, but I just watched it again, and that's not what he says. He says, I hope you made the right decision, which is a way better line.
How's that working out for you, buddy?
Yeah, how's that working? You could have just spent 20 minutes in the brig or like a couple hours.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I liked it, he says.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
your favorite... the Jeffrey Combs character.
Oh gosh.
Well, I'll go first. For me, it's a lot of my favorite Jeffrey Combs moments are of Shran. I still like Brunt a little bit more. I do love me some
Brunt. FCA.
Wayun's great. They're great. I love Krem, but I do have a soft spot for the Ferengi and Brunt.
Honestly, I do. I think it's going to have to be Shran for me. He's just such a great,
way more depth of the character.
Yeah,
he's a better character to develop
him.
I will concede
Yeah,
he's
and
a better character.
I think he's got more dimension than Wei-Yun.
I think so.
I think because he's allowed to, right? Wei-Yun being a clone, he's just restarting all the time, right?
Yeah.
And the flatness of Wei-Yun, I think, is actually part of the point, just as you were talking about with the senses earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Shran gets to be like full throttle, 150% all the time with high test fuel. So yeah, what a great space to let him just kind of chew scenery in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we've gone from Oxnard and back again. There we are. So, as is our usual way.
Oxnard to Deep Space Nine and back.
That's right. It's not quite a hobbit's tale, but it's I don't think he is very tall, but anyway. There we are.
No, but he sings in that group of the Star Trek actors that sing.
Does he?
They call themselves, him and Vaughn Armstrong and Max Grudenchik and
I didn't know this existed. That's going to be my
Biggs.
evening now.
Oh yeah, they're good singers.
Oh, I've just lost the rest of my night. There we go. Oh man, end transmission.